Hey everyone, welcome back to A Reason to Talk. My name is Max, this is Alci, and I have big news, everyone.
You have big
I have
news.
big news. Yes. My big news, not actually big news, it's big news for me.
Okay, go right ahead, Max.
Okay, so, the CEO, or maybe it's the Adobe, it was the CEO of Adobe. He posted, or he basically said in a public forum, don't remember what, doesn't matter. Basically, what he said was, if you don't like AI stuff, you can go shove it, and we're gonna take your work to do AI stuff effectively. Someone responded to this with a whole long thread about artist integrity and ownership and blah 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 blah. At the end of it, they linked 6 of Adobe's most used products for free. As of now, I have Premiere Pro for free.
Dude!
I have Lightroom Classic for free. I have their Media Encoder for free. I have Illustrator for free. I have Photoshop for free.
Wait, we can actually start Adobe team projects and stuff.
Yes, we can.
Oh my god.
Well,
dude.
no, we can't because I can't connect. Don't have an actual Adobe account because it won't go through Creative Cloud.
Okay, then.
That said, I am going to. Yeah, we can. But I'm going to get an actual Creative Cloud account. I've realized because I did more photography. I had a very photography intensive weekend, and holy shit, Lightroom is really good. It's really good.
Oh yeah, it's fun too. It's genuinely
it's just,
fun.
You have to sell a liver for it.
Yeah.
So,
but no,
fuck Adobe, but this is big for me.
Yeah, I really like messing around in Lightroom.
Lightroom's great, man.
Yeah.
Can you do video in it? You can't, right?
As far as I know, you can't now, unless you go frame by frame.
Okay, Roger Deakins, you don't need to do that. But yeah, so this is big for me.
Yeah, this
Adobe,
is great.
Adobe Access, I mean, screw them, of course. But I am going to start paying for them when I actually get photography jobs.
Yeah.
It's just
It is expensive.
Fuck Adobe, but also their
it is
products are
expensive.
fantastic. It's so expensive. It's prohibitively expensive too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how much 1 terabyte of data from them costs just to work across Creative Cloud?
How much?
Month?
I don't store on Creative Cloud, so
It's $10 per month for 1 terabyte. For context, a 1 terabyte drive SSD costs maybe $40.
Yeah.
Maybe $50 depending on where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that forever.
Yeah.
So, whatever. It's they make really good products. They're just their ethics are, how we say in the business, shit garbage poop.
Well said.
Anyways,
Well
how are
said.
you? How was your week?
My week, quite eventful. A lot of Halloween stuff. You have any Halloween stories? You do anything fun?
I went out for one night. I went as Oppenheimer because that's an easy costume.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you're gonna have to
do you
send
wanna-
me photos so I can put it up.
Yeah, I'll send you a photo. It was not. I went out on Thursday, and I went to. It was a party thrown by Casa Latina, Black House, and the Asian American Student Association because they have 3 housing, effectively buildings,
Okay.
and they all just combined into one black party.
That's cool.
It was mediocre
Okay.
because I didn't drink and it was packed, and the music was bad and quiet, which is not a great combination. I talked to pretty girls, which was good.
Yeah.
Met some cool people, but it wasn't like it was fine. I don't know. And then I came home and did very little. Yeah, that was the extent of my Halloween. Oh, my dorm mates dressed up as Trump's bodyguards, and then Trump, but with the thing on his ear, as it's bloody, taking a bullet.
Yeah.
So-
I got that.
Yeah, because he was shot.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people like to forget about that,
Yeah.
like you.
What do you mean?
Where were you in Butler, Pennsylvania? Okay.
No, I know that the guy's last name was Crooks. The guy who shot him.
Yeah, I think Thomas was his first name.
I don't remember.
What's weird about that was, okay, this is a very small tangent, very small politics aside. I'll promise it'll be short. Basically, okay, the guy also shot another dude who was a fireman. What people don't really know about that is that guy had like ties to the KKK.
Whoa.
And prominent members of the Republican Party keep saying he killed this innocent, amazing, beautiful, sexy, hot man. He got killed. He got struck down. It's like, okay, I get firemen are hot.
Yeah.
The Nazis are. I feel like they're out of fashion. They're not with that party, but
All right.
they're out of
So
fashion in
listeners,
public. End of politics.
not only are we getting into politics, we are also getting into conspiracy theories
and fashion.
Oh yeah.
No. Oh no, there was whatever. How was your Halloween? All Hallows Eve.
It was.
I have some information on the history of it, if you'd like.
What incredible sounding content right there.
For our history podcast.
Yeah. We know that's what you've been waiting for, guys. No,
all 10 of you.
Yeah, no, I had a pretty fun week. You know, Halloween weekend was a while, so I went out. I basically did something Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And yeah, so it was pretty cool. On Thursday, we went as the Teen Titans. It was pretty sick. I was Nightwing. This was my mask.
Of course you were.
It's pretty cool. Well, okay, when we were deciding early on to do Teen Titans, that was a fun idea. All of them looked at me and went, Alci's Robin. So I was put with that. But this mask is pretty cool. Wait,
why?
1 second. Well, just if you look at me compared to I don't fit in any other role, and neither do they. No, there's better Beast Boys in the group.
Cyborg.
Anyway, wait. Whoa, super cool, super sick.
How many of those do you own? I need to ask, how many
these
Batman or Robin eye covers do you own, including at your house?
3. I just got
3?
this. Yeah.
Including, in total masks?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Batman-related masks? Yeah, I have more masks, but not Batman ones.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
But yeah, no, but it was really cool because my friend Amy, my super cool friend Amy, I put the string back on, but we took the string off, and then Amy, who does a lot of makeup stuff and is really cool, basically
keep it in your pants.
Basically
right.
Glued it to my face so that it could look like the comic book, and then also did black.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
And then did black eye makeup around the eyes, to get the comic book effect.
How did she do it? Did she use liquid latex?
It was liquid something, but it wasn't that. I don't remember.
Wasn't liquid latex. Interesting.
No, and yeah, but the thing is, there was this one part, so we couldn't get these parts to stick under my eyes for some reason, even though it's flush against my face right now. That's because
sorry, go on.
No, it's because I put it on fucking upside down the whole time.
Oh.
I had it like this.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense. I had a different idea. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that was.
You want to know what my idea would have been?
What?
Why? This area develops because we're blinking a lot as people. A ton of oil, and that makes it hard for shit to stick there.
No, it just couldn't. It just couldn't form.
It also goes up and down.
It just can't get. It just.
Sense.
I would have to hold it down like this for it to stick there, and that's because it was upside down. When otherwise it fits pretty perfectly, and this was pretty expensive. Not like crazy expensive, but for what it looks like, it was like $30.
What?
Yeah. Because it's rubber based, and it's pretty cool.
You motherfucker!
I'm happy.
I couldn't get you to buy headphones with a gift card for like 5 years.
But cool costume.
You had a gift card.
Cool costume, Max. Cool costume.
It's Batman related. I'm assuming your parents give you a Batman related budget every year.
No, I had to take something off my list because I just did this and I put on a Nightwing hoodie. And then I also wanted to buy like air traffic controller, like blue light things to be the Eskrima sticks, but
yeah,
I couldn't do that. That couldn't add to the budget. But yeah. And what I also did is I dyed my hair black with just like $4 spray on dye. And
did
my
you
friend
get photos? You have to have gotten photos.
I have plenty of photos. And so resupplied that, and then yeah, so we went out that night as the Teen Titans. We thought we were going to go to...
Teen Titans Go or the original Teen Titans?
Well, I was Nightwing, so what does that tell you?
I don't know. I didn't see either of them.
Well,
I'm
okay.
assuming Young
Well,
Justice.
actually, no. Technically, in both of them, he's just Robin. I just wanted to be Nightwing because Nightwing.
Yeah, I didn't think. I actually was pretty sure that Nightwing was not in either. He was in Young Justice.
Yeah, he eventually develops into Nightwing. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah. So we go out. We thought we were gonna go to Splash, but the line went around the freaking block, so we said no. Or wait, was that Thursday? Now I'm totally. Oh no, yeah, no. And then so we just went to Bogies again, which was very dead because it was a Thursday night, even though it was Halloween. And let me put it this way: the costumes were fun, and we had some really awesome costumes within our little group. But I didn't have the greatest time that night, and they could tell. I don't like going out. I'm just not that kind of guy.
It's not that fun unless you get hammered.
Exactly,
It's not
and
that
I'm not.
fun.
And even so, there was like no new people to meet or anything. Well, there were one group of people that was kind of fun, but I'll get to that in a second. But we were just, for most of it, we were kind of just like standing/sitting in this corner of this area of the bar, and I was just like, guys, we're kind of just in this corner, and they were like, we're having a good time, and I'm like, but I'm the designated driver. But
But you weren't driving them, were you?
yeah, I was the designated driver.
No, but you have a car on campus?
No, I just drove one of their cars so that they could drink.
Oh, are they all older, or did just one of them just have a car?
One of them just has a car.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So,
No, you speak. We'll get back
okay,
to
just a quick interlude tangent. I wanted to let you know. So, at my place I attend for education, school, if you will, not only are we not allowed to have cars on campus any of the 4 years, we are not allowed to have cars in one of the surrounding cities, the other surrounding city, and a third even further city. We are not allowed to have cars within like a 4-mile vicinity of the campus.
Why?
Because it is the most aggressive HOA in the country.
That'll do it.
Jeff Bezos built a house here, and instead of parking his car correctly, he just parked it on the street. And in like the relatively short amount of time he parked his car there, he garnered, I believe, $16,000 in street parking fees. In not that much time. So the school just says, nope, no cars allowed. And at the same time, because the area, the HOA, there's no underground metro stop. So even though DC has a fantastic subway system, there's no underground metro stop here. Because quite literally, the people who were building the city said, we don't want the type of people who use the metro to stop here. So
you guys just
go on. Tell me about your much happier experience.
You guys just walk everywhere, or do you guys have scooters on campus like us?
Tons of scooters, tons of electric bikes. We walk everywhere. There's a bus system that kind of sucks, and it's a pretty self-contained campus. People don't actually explore that much because it's also not super safe.
All right. I was gonna say some people that we did meet were Alvin and the Chipmunks. We met Alvin and the Chipmunks at Bogies because there was Alvin and the people dressed as Alvin and the Chipmunks over on the other side of the bar. And so, of course, one person in our group has to go over and ask who's getting the best head.
Oh my god. Is that because of that stupid fucking Twitter meme?
The meme, yeah, it's the meme. And all of them at the same time go, Alvin, it's definitely Alvin.
Getting or giving?
Getting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you verify this, A, with your own eyeballs, and B, with any of your gay friends that were there?
Well, we weren't looking at the meme. It was just one person wanted to go ask them because it was a popular meme. And that was their answer.
They said Alvin.
Yeah.
Did you? Is that true with the?
From my memory, that feels right. In all honesty.
Okay. Main character syndrome and all.
Yeah, no, but and then on our way out, we almost ran into them again, and then we were like, wait, can you guys sing for us? And so they started singing "Bad Romance" by Lady Gaga, but it was mostly the guy dressed as Alvin who was trying the hardest. The other two were kind of like, but
that's why he gets the most.
Alvin, Alvin gave it his all.
It's a fair world.
Alvin gave it his all, and I appreciate Alvin.
Did you show him how much you appreciated it?
I don't think you get the joke of asking them this question. But yeah, then we left and we went back to DJ's place, and we hung out there, and then went back home. And my friend Reese just has the most hilarious cartoonish hiccups I've ever heard.
Okay.
Like,
I have
okay.
an instant solve for all hiccups, but I
Yeah.
feel like I shouldn't tell you.
Oh, tell
or
me.
I shouldn't tell this person.
Why not?
But I'll tell you. I'll tell you and audio listeners.
Yeah.
You have to inhale as much as you can. So through your nose. And then at the peak, wait a second, and then try to force yourself to inhale more. And then it'll get rid of hiccups permanently.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, I'll try that. But have you ever seen Dumbo, the original?
No.
Okay, well, there's a scene where they accidentally get drunk, the elephant, and then they start hiccuping, and it sounded exactly like Dumbo in that.
Oh, they can't keep us down. Oh, I guess you had one little one left over.
And I said that at the moment, and Reese goes, "Are you calling me an elephant?"
And kinda.
No, I was comparing the noise,
No.
and I believe my defense was, well, it was the smallest elephant in the.
I don't think that saves you there.
No,
man.
it wasn't. It was a joke.
Is Reese a guy or a girl?
Girl.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Ooh. Ooh.
It was funny. It was fine. It was funny.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alci again keeps comparing women to animals.
Anyway.
He has a track record.
What?
No, go on.
Next night, we went as Gravity Falls, as you can see. This was kind of my outfit, and then I had shorts. I couldn't find a vest.
You were Dipper?
I was Dipper. And Reese was Mabel. And then our friend Amy was Wendy. And that was the maximum amount of Gravity Falls people we had.
I've never watched the show. I know it.
What?
Dude.
How did I not know?
I haven't seen The Princess Bride, dude. I don't watch anything.
But did you grow up in this generation?
Not really. You know what I did in first grade? I read a book on nuclear reactors. I didn't get to watch SpongeBob. My parents said it would make me dumb.
Comparing Gravity Falls to SpongeBob is fucking heresy.
This is really funny because the bitrate on your camera is garbage right now, and so I'm watching you freak out, and it looks like it's a stop motion animation.
There's an
Oh my
episode
God.
about stop motion animation in Gravity Falls.
Of course there is.
Actually, it's a part of an episode because in that episode there are 3 stories, and that's one of the stories within the episode.
Yeah,
that
and did
did
they
one of those
try different
episodes.
visual elements and fucking
No, they
repetitive
just
boring
no, they just
gags,
no, they just
and a garbage TV show made
No.
by garbage people consumed by garbage men.
no. It was literal. Like one of the kids was afraid of old stop motion horror things in movies, and then they bought
that's
a real
defendable.
one. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. Gravity Falls is a fucking masterpiece.
I like the
Alex
music.
Hirsch, I love Alex Hirsch so much.
I'm gonna cancel Alex Hirsch for you. I don't know who
Max,
this is. I'm just gonna Google Alex Hirsch.
he made the show.
controversy.
Alex Hirsch controversy.
He sucks. He blocks people on Twitter because they can't handle different opinions. Thank you, Reddit.
Is that it?
Uh,
Is that all you could find?
he disliked how corporate Disney was. So
Oh.
I'm here to defend Disney.
He made this. I saw this little video recently. He made this beautiful little video. Gravity Falls is only 2 seasons, and it's just a perfect little thing. And he made this little video where he's just like, oh my god, I have it, and then he starts writing out Gravity Falls season 3, and he writes out this whole notepad of notes. And then he's like, oh, this is great, and then he goes and then he falls down a flight of stairs and hits his head, and like the paper's destroyed. And then somebody's like, Alex, are you okay? He's like, huh? Yeah, I'm fine. Well, do you remember? You wrote season 3? Do you remember? Season 3, what? Of Gravity Falls. What's Gravity Falls?
Man, I want to cast a friend of mine in a movie. By the way,
Okay.
this person, and I just find him as kind of an enigmatic person.
Okay.
He loves math to the point where when he's bored, just in general, he will grab things around him and start writing out equations.
Does he just carry a marker?
Yeah, literally, he'll just literally begin writing out different like proofs for like mean value theorem and advanced calculus shit, just for fun.
Wow.
We need to cast them as a mad professor. He's the guy that dressed up as what do you call it? Thumbtacked Trump. Keep laughing. No, you can't. It's tough to do that there, bud.
Well, it was your descriptive. It was the word that you used. It was
thumbtacked.
Yeah.
Okay. Speared. I don't know. 3-hole punch. Okay. I'm at a place that if I'm too if I pretend to be too happy about that event, I'll get a knock on my door. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. Can I tell you about my day today? Because for context audio listeners, Alci asked me for what time we were doing the episode at like 10 a.m. this morning.
Yeah. And then
I got back to him at around 8:05 p.m.
And not only that, he posts on his photography Instagram.
That's work.
Instagram.
That's gonna be work.
No, and I look and I see you posting.
Turn into work.
That means you're on your goddamn computer or your phone, and you could respond to a quick message.
It's computer, only computer.
And you know what you can access on your
three
computer?
Different computers getting it to work.
You know what you can ask Discord.
Anyways, so I say 10, and then I say actually 10:30, please. And then I say actually 10:45, please.
Yeah.
And then I get into the Discord server at 10:52. And he goes, "Wow, you're early," because he
That is fair.
didn't understand the concept of time differences. So lucky me.
Yeah.
But the reason I was so busy today. Actually, I'm gonna start with yesterday. So yesterday, I have finally convinced my father to get a stupid lens. Not a stupid. It's a amazing, fantastic lens. For any of you Nikon camera heads, it is the Nikon 180 to 600 millimeter. I think it's f4 maybe. 6. You have milk on your face. 600 millimeter.
Yeah, it's not milk. This is ice cream.
Okay, 600 millimeter peak. And so we took it out and we went to, that place that we may or may not have stuck onto that might have been an airport, the tarmac.
Yep.
So we went there and we snuck back out.
Oh wait, you snuck in again?
Yeah. Well, because my dad flew there this morning. He flew there this morning, and so they were like, and no one stopped us. Everyone was way too lazy, and so we just started walking out towards these private jets. And we got some really cool photos, some cool aeroplanes, and then we saw these aerobatic planes take off.
Ooh.
And as we were leaving, they flew right above us in parallel, and then lit off their smoke.
That's really cool.
And then they did a parallel turn, and that was really cool. And there was a motorcycle, and there was a whole bunch of cool stuff.
That's really
Anyways, thank you. So today, I felt really bad. We had planned to go to Conowingo Dam, Maryland, at 5:30 in the morning. I went to bed around 2. Conowingo Dam is an hour-and-a-half drive, but what it is a hydroelectric dam. All dams are hydroelectric. It is a dam that is also a hydroelectric generator for the nearby towns and areas. However, when they turn the generators on, it makes it super warm, and so all the fish go in there. All right, so yeah, Alci. So all the fish go in there. I'm coming back, podcast listeners. So all the fish go in there, and they usually get either zapped or churned into the machines, or they get crushed. But because of the plentiful amount of fish, every year there's like 1,000 bald eagles that all fly there. And so there's just literally dozens upon, and they'll fight each other they'll literally like snatch a fish out of the other's hands. Anyways, we had planned to do this. I set my alarm for tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. I wake up at 10. I realize tomorrow is tomorrow. Tomorrow was the following Monday, and I completely blew him off, and I felt super bad. So we decided to go to one nature reserve. And we went, and we drove, and there was fuck all. So we go, and we decide to go to a second nature reserve. However, the second one was next to Fort Bolivar. Fort Bolivar in Virginia. This nature reserve is fun because there was a giant sign that said, "Warning. If you go off the beaten track, you may run into unexploded ordnance." Yeah, because it was next, and then I checked. If I wanted to go into that base, by the way, I would need to present not military ID, not formal, or former military ID. It was a DOD secret clearance ID. So that's fun, which is actually relatively easy to get. So is top secret clearance, which I've been looking into because of jobs. But so we go on the route. I take his 600 mil lens. I put a 2x converter on it, so it's 1200 mils.
Yeah.
Then I cropped a DX, so it's an 1800 mil lens, which, for reference audio, basically there wasn't a ton of cool photography. There were some birds. It was nice, whatever. There was a deer carcass and maybe potentially exploded. But for context, this is not a super interesting story. There's the unexploded ordnance, but also this lens is powerful enough that from the ground, I pointed it at an airplane and I could get its tail number. I could see and interpret and read its tail number and see each individual seat. From the ground. Planes fly at around, this was relatively on an kind of like a lower into the airport path, so maybe 20,000 feet. Okay, you don't give a shit, but for all my camera nerds, it's interesting.
I would.
All right,
it's not
I
that
would
I
be
didn't
able to
give a
see the
sh-
surface of the moon.
It's not that I didn't give a shit. It's that I zoned out. Repeat what you just said. I'm listening. This is good content. I'm listening.
600 mil lens. Yeah.
600. Yeah, no, I heard that. Yeah.
You know what that means.
I was thinking about that. That's why I zoned out.
Do you know what that? But you know, what that means relatively.
I know what that means. We've shot on your long lenses, and this is even longer.
This is 3 times
Continue with your story.
than the longest lens. Then DX converter. Which
I
makes
heard
it
this
6
part.
times
I
longer.
heard this part. I'm asking about the next part.
Airplane. I could see from the ground the tail number to airplane. I could see the pilots.
That's cool.
I could see the surface of the fucking moon.
That's cool.
God, you're fucking. The things I'd say.
I don't know what you want from me.
At least pretend to think it's interesting for the podcast.
It is. It is interesting. You just won't take that.
I'd act like it. Oh, okay. So I'll give you a rundown on my dorm situation at this point. I talked to my roommate. He's gonna find an alarm solution that results in him not waking me up every single morning at 8 and also not himself up. That's all fine and dandy. So did I tell you last time how there's a lot of housing on campus because they require students to stay on campus every single year.
Yeah.
And seniors can apply to not stay on senior year, but whatever. So there was a flood on, I believe I told you, but one of the housing dorms had a leak, a fluid leak, a sewage leak.
You've mentioned this in multiple episodes.
Did I mention that it happened again?
In the last episode, yes.
Did I mention that now we have cockroaches?
Well, that's the norm down here in Louisiana, buddy.
Okay, we have snakes, cockroaches, rats, possums, disease, sewage. We are nearing the 7 deadly sins, or like whatever God sent down, the plagues. What is it?
Are you talking the 4 horsemen of death?
No. What did God send down?
Oh, of the apocalypse.
7.
God damn, no, of the apocalypse. That's my bad.
What? Okay. Yeah, the plagues. Okay. We have blood, kind of, in the form of the piss bandit.
The piss bandit.
We had hail for a while. We certainly have gnats, flies. There's dead and alive rats. Boils. Boils are harder. Frogs. We have snakes. So we're getting pretty close. Thunder and fire, we absolutely have. We have been evacuated every single week, multiple times a week, due to fire alarms. At this point, they told us that they're just not going to send them out. unless you're on that floor. So if you could be in the building, and they're not going to send you out, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, until there's a real fire.
Yeah. So that is an update on the 7 deadly plagues that are hitting us.
Yeah.
And what are your plagues? Give me your plagues. I want to hear about your plagues.
I don't know. Well, cockroaches are just a big thing down here, like I mentioned. Big old thing. Thankfully, I have not found any in my dorm room as of yet. I've stayed away from that.
How clean do you guys keep your room?
Relatively clean. We have a vacuum cleaner and everything. We try to keep it tidy.
Do you use it?
Yes. We use our vacuum cleaner. And I'm regularly washing my sheets, which is something, I was expecting with my ADHD ass, I was expecting myself to do that pretty inconsistently. I do it very consistently. I've been keeping them clean. Been rotating them.
Huh.
Yeah, not a lot of plagues in my general vicinity as of yet. Besides my dorm room being infested with film nerds every so often.
Which is the worst sin.
Speaking of which, by the way, I forgot to mention earlier, Gravity Falls costume. Uh-oh. This hat made from scratch by my friend Reese. You're awesome, Reese. This is super cool. And something I'll mention.
He's flirting with you.
God forbid a man compliments a female.
He's talked about it privately.
Reese thought that
it's
the hat...
littered in a Reason to Talk podcast Discord topics.
If you want to see what's on the Discord, you can join the Patreon.
If you want to see all that he said about you, the good and the bad.
Yeah. I've talked about a lot of you. Max knows too much. Reese thought that the design was like a little bit wonky. And I'll say it's not perfect, but I actually love that it looks like this because it's supposed to be something that's made from scratch in Grunkle Stan's gift shop. That's the canon. So it makes perfect sense. I absolutely love it. And I realize you don't understand a goddamn thing. Audio listeners, he's mouthing bad things. He's mouthing bad things.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know this weird gay podcast thing that you're talking about. Is it a
podcast thing?
Gravity Falls? Gravity Falls podcast.
There probably is one.
Yeah, there's a podcast for everything.
Yeah.
I have a natural topic shift if you do not have one.
I could go over the rest of my weekend, but other than that, I got nothing else at the moment if you'd like to shift topics.
Okay. Do you remember, were you there when we had this person come and speak at our high school? He was the murderer. Reformed convict.
No,
26 years.
You told me about it, but I was absent that day.
Yeah. So my college just had him come speak.
The same guy.
Same exact guy. Because we learned that part of his reform program is through my college.
Uh-huh.
Remember, you might not know this. He changed his rhetoric a little bit. So for context, there was someone who came to our school and told us basically about failures of the prison system, recidivism rates, power to make changes and influence stuff. And then he he was very honest. He was a 16-year-old. What he described to us in high school was, and he phrased it exactly like this: I did a few murders and I was convicted on one.
I did a few.
Yes.
What a phrasing.
Separately.
Were those his exact words? I did a few murders?
Yes. Separately, I looked into his case because I was curious.
As you do.
He did kill someone. He was 16. That someone was, I believe, either 12 or 14. And he shot them in the head. And shockingly, he got 26 years in prison. He failed to mention both of these points when he came and spoke at my college.
College or high school?
When he spoke at my college, he failed to mention these points.
Did he fail to mention it at high school as well?
No, he mentioned the I did a few murders part in high school.
Oh, he didn't even cover the murders at all.
He didn't say any of the details.
Oh, okay.
He didn't. He basically said, "I did a few murders," and then this year he said he was involved in a robbery gone wrong. And he killed someone.
Well,
which
he's honest.
is again the case is relatively public, and that's not really what happened at all.
Well, it went wrong.
He got revenge, is what happened. Yeah, it was like a separate incident, from what I understand from the old article about this, because it was a relative case.
So he grouped together two separate things as if they were the same incident.
Yes.
I was involved
Basically,
in robbery gone bad, and I killed someone. Two separate events that he grouped together to sound like the same.
From what was released in the case, from what I remember, there was an event where he was robbed.
He was robbed.
And then at a separate point later, he found the person that he believed to have done it.
Well,
and shot that person in the head.
Well, that robbery sure did go wrong for someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Wow.
Anyways, this is a long tangent.
Yep.
It was a really interesting question about kind of the ideas of recidivism and returning citizens and how our prison reform system is set up. Is whatever. This is a comedy podcast. This isn't a this isn't a philosophical podcast. It could be, but it's not. That was shot down by Alci. But
I don't want to tell other people how to live their lives in a freaking podcast. I'm not doing that.
No, that's why you discuss an idea about how you think it maybe could work. Anyways, I had to listen to someone. Basically, we talked in class about the reasons why there are disproportionate numbers of people represented in prison. And one fuckhead, sitting 2 people down from me, says, I think it's because black people have a worse culture and commit more of the crime. That's why they're in prison more.
Mm-hmm.
This person, by the way, is at the business school of my university, which is in the top 5 business schools ranked in the world.
Yep.
And the second hardest school to get into at my university.
Yep.
Isn't that fucking crazy? I feel like that's crazy. I could be taking crazy pills, but that's crazy.
Let me put it this way. It's one thing to say because black people do more of the crimes. It's another thing to say, to tack onto that, they have a worse culture.
What I said was they have a more violent and dangerous culture.
More violent and dangerous culture. Okay, so not the exact, but
it's
even
still pretty bad.
I know.
mean,
it's just the way they're programmed. It's just
Whoa there, bud.
Sorry, I'm like that. Just,
you know the Proud Boys started from a podcast?
I don't know. I didn't know that.
They're a KKK group, effectively.
No, it came to mind after a moment, but no, I was starting to speak like Calvin Candy in Django. Like, when he talks about
doing phrenology.
Yeah, when he talks about the skull and he has the
Yeah, it's phrenology is that fake science.
If I hadn't made it clear, listeners, that's effed up.
That's bad. Despite him being in Louisiana and Alci in the past arguing for these things.
What?
Anyways.
What?
That was a joke. He, to my knowledge, to the
There's
best of my knowledge, has never said anything positive nor negative about Calvin Candy, nor what he believed.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the politics or any discrimination in Louisiana. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not. It's a purple state.
Purple
by
and
the
gold.
way, we're recording this 2 days before the election. Did you vote? Did you vote?
I missed registration deadline.
No, you can. There's some places in some states where you can register same day.
I'll look into it then. Immediately after this, we'll do that.
The state where we are from, you can register same day.
Well,
but
I'm not in that state right now, am I?
No, but your state matters more where you are and you're a current resident there.
Yep.
What was I gonna say? Anyways, the professor, just to cap this
also,
off,
sorry, Reese, I'm not even joking. I'm gonna do everything I can to try and get a vote in. Reese has been like every day, like, so did you fulfill your right, Alci?
Just to cap this off, You can register online, by the way.
I looked it up and I looked at a couple of options and most of them said
Online, you cannot. Oh no. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I don't think you can register. Buddy. Okay. Anyways, to cap this off,
I'm so sorry,
the
listeners.
professor is like,
I'm so sorry.
He's a bad citizen. To cap this off,
I am.
I want to let y'all know I did find a way to vote. Thank you.
To cap this off, the professor basically was like, okay, so that's one idea. Anyone else have any other ideas? She is really interesting. She is a black woman who is from the business school, professor of, I think she has like her master's in, God, it's something like really impressive. I'm going to look it up actually.
Yeah. Any other ideas?
Phil,
yeah,
Phil,
I don't think black people are worse. I just think white people are better.
Okay. She went to Cornell, Penn, and Brown.
We're perfectly qualified to talk about racism. Sorry.
She is she basically is the senior dean in the business school. And in the business school where this guy is, and has her PhD in I believe education.
Mm.
Yeah. And founded this program, by the way, this class.
Nice.
And so she had to listen to this fuckhead say, well, it's because of this. So, you have a lighter topic, hopefully. Tell me more about your weekend.
I know, but like I can just imagine like the lead into the interesting observation. Like, because how do you react to that when you're managing this event?
No, I actually respect her so much. She just kind of she stood there and listened. She was like, okay, does anyone have any other ideas?
Okay, good. That's awesome. That's badass.
It's kind of badass, and I kind of like that this guy gave himself the ability to out himself as being like Nazi adjacent.
Just dummy.
No, but to have the confidence to say it, because he speaks more than almost anyone else in that class.
Sorry.
Like, way more than needed every time.
It's always the people who always has something to say.
Yeah, like I made a point about how Norwegian prisons and Scandinavian prisons tend to be more focused on rehabilitation, and they tend to be better because they have way lower recidivism rates. And he goes, well, they obviously just have a very different culture. Which was an interesting argument. And I was like, okay, because I didn't have the energy to raise my hand in this class of 40 people and say, you're a fucking moron. I didn't. I wanted to. Audio listeners that actually know me in person know that I, in a smaller environment, would absolutely say, you're a fuckhead, and explain why they're a fuckhead. And this has lost me many friendships.
Yeah.
Didn't have that opportunity as much.
Yeah.
All the examples are playing through my mind like a film reel.
I have some examples playing through my mind.
And every time you've stuck by me.
Well, I've listened, and I've listened to both points of view, and then I talk to that person, and I get their point of view, and then I talk to Max, and I go, this was their point of view. And then he goes, interesting.
And I go, interesting. I don't have the energy to keep thinking about this.
Yeah.
Which is my version of an apology.
Yeah.
Let
me for a bit at the beginning of Max's and I's friendship, I was kind of a mediator.
This is a constant as of now. I called one of your best friends a sex terrorist last episode. For like 25 minutes straight. I listened to it back.
Every time you mention Owen Gertz, I link a video. Just so you know.
Cool. So
except you can only link 5 videos in a YouTube video, unfortunately. Like in the top right corner.
Okay. The state you're in, Louisiana, has really strict voting laws. Sorry, I looked at this again. Have Very strict voting
might-
laws. It's not one of 20 states offer election day registration. Your registration is is the 15th of October.
Is there any way I can do it as if I were a Maryland citizen?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll
Actually.
I'll give that a try.
Yeah. Sorry, Phil for a second.
Filling the dead air. Hello, hi. Max is researching something for me.
That's
you should
not
vote.
how you feel.
You should vote. It's a good thing. It's use your right. It's a good idea to vote. Yeah, just get your belief out there and vote real good. Vote real hard.
Alci, you've made this so hard.
What? What did I do?
Okay, the deadline for Maryland to request a voted by mail ballot, and to have it being out of state is November 1st.
Ah! It's November 3rd.
Wait, you can have someone pick up your ballot in person. You can have your mom pick up your ballot and fill it out for you.
Reese did mention trying this. Yeah.
Yeah. You can have your mom basically vote in your
Reese,
ballot, pick
Reese,
it up, fill it out.
You're so cool. You're so
it.
smart. Just letting you know. Sorry, I'm convinced Reese thinks that I'm a very stupid person who is just terrible with commitments.
Oh, you are.
With some.
No,
with some I
With a
definitely
lot.
am. No, it's kind of like a real good or really bad. I know what you just sent me. I know before I even check the message.
No, you
Oh
don't.
wait, never mind. Oh, I thought you were gonna message me. I thought you were gonna just message the word maladaptive and just.
I wanted to. What's the date on that, by the way? Because it's November 3rd when we're recording.
I was working on it before we called, dude.
Not the answer to my question. In fact, it was
I'm
a skirt
working on it.
around the answer to my question.
I'm working on it, and I am not deflecting at all.
What did my dad tell you?
I have
Do you want funding or not?
I have a lot of schoolwork due.
Skip it. Focus on this.
I don't think that's a great idea, considering I've already skipped it to focus on other things.
Focus on
like the
this.
documentary I was working on.
You should, at this point, be able to finish it in a day because we shot it in June. No, May. May.
Yeah.
April? Was it April?
It was May.
It was May. And it's November.
Who can keep track of these things these days?
Calendars. You have a million apps at your fingertips. I could build you a robot that did it. It would not be
Sorry,
hard.
I just freaking snorted.
There's so many. Okay, you're living in the time where there are the most tools available to you to do anything forever at the lowest cost. You recognize this.
Really, Adobe's the lowest cost?
Yes. Compared to manually printing out film frames.
I was kidding.
and
I
then
was
punching a
referencing
fake-
our earlier conversation about
I know,
Adobe's
I know,
pricing,
I know,
Max.
I know. I'm just
You're
annoyed.
really gonna speak to me that way?
DaVinci Resolve is free, fuckhead.
I already spent this long learning Premiere. I'm not doing that again.
Oh, you spent this long, huh?
Yeah.
So a few hours for you.
What? I'm editing every episode of this goddamn podcast, Max.
I offered to help.
But you didn't have Premiere before.
I have it now.
But I'm
I kind of
it's
version of it
actually
now. And I have DaVinci Resolve Studio, which people use professionally.
I'm in a very good flow though, so I'm happy to keep editing.
Yeah, I know. It's also gonna be something that you're gonna have to learn how to do for your job.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, podcast listeners. This is probably not the most engaging content. Watching me want to rip his throat out for not actually finishing his fucking movie.
I
so
feel
then we
like-
can work on the other more fun movie.
I feel like us arguing is actually not terrible content.
You know what my dad said to me today?
What did you say?
For context, my dad shot most of our upcoming movie and all of Alci's last movie.
Yeah.
And all of the ones beforehand, effectively, except for the
They
one
get the
with
point.
Alvin Gertz. You know what my dad said?
What did you say?
I want to see the footage from when he climbed in the attic of the barn
Oh,
on
yeah.
a rickety old ladder and see it actually in action with the other clips put together.
Yeah. We can. That's actually a scene that's gonna be one of the easiest scenes to edit. We can get that done quick.
Do you want to do it?
I can do that, but it'll make it longer until Maladaptive comes out. You understand?
I don't.
You gotta make a pick.
recognize-
You gotta make a
recognize
pick.
I am not going to watch most of Maladaptive. You know this.
Well, that means you're an
My
unsupportive friend.
Girlfriend's dad plays the main
never
character.
And he
The
does a really
main
good job.
character.
He's the best part of the movie in my eyes. He does a really good
I
job.
know. Their family's amazing. I'm aware of this, Alcides.
Gosh, this cookie dough ice cream is
I dated
sure
his
is good.
spawn. His spawn.
I felt his life force.
Okay. End of jokes in case she or him ever listens to this.
I think she wouldn't listen to this for the same reason you wouldn't watch Maladaptive.
She said she would.
You talked to
Last time I
her?
talked to her? No. This was way before.
When you were still
No,
together.
she said she would watch our movie. She did not say she would listen to this.
Of course not.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, she's gonna watch a movie starring her dad.
To be clear, I think she would be able to watch this completely fine.
My friend Charlotte
Because
does. My friend Charlotte does listen. Well, it is going to Charlotte. She didn't know the episodes had come out yet, and I talked to her recently, and she gave me permission to use her name.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was whatever. I don't want to talk in reference to last episode. Ah, you fucker.
Anyway, the rest of my weekend was chill. Thanks for asking, Max.
I asked so many times so long ago.
Yeah, so we did end up going to Splash and Gravity Falls costumes. It was pretty dead, but we met some cool people. We played pool, and I suck at pool, unsurprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, no, I play it like once every few years. Like,
Oh, you're like me.
yeah. And
There was one night on
DJ
sorry?
DJ said that she was surprised. She was like, you give off the vibe that you would be good at pool, and I honestly took that as an insult.
No, that person wants to fuck you. Saying you feel like you give it just means or either they want to
First of all,
fuck you or they really don't think you're athletic at all. It's one of those two.
It's the latter, because for one thing,
okay.
I might even have to want to cut that part out because DJ's in a relationship. A different one.
That person absolutely thinks that you are not athletic at all.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, no, it's like, okay, since when is it attractive to be good at pool?
No. An obscure compliment like that is either a couple salt.
It wasn't obscure. It
Or-
was just a vibe check.
course it
might
is.
see. No, we were actively playing pool.
That's not something that you comprehend as if like someone like you should be good at pool. That's not something you like. That's
I make comments like that to people all the time. I don't.
yeah, and you're weird.
We're film majors. We're all the
I'm a
weird kid
computer
from high
science
school.
major. I can't defend you. Do you know how many times I have to deal with literally every single day saying, "Ew, stinky computer science major, stinky." every day.
Yeah, even the film
or
majors say
Predator.
that.
Predator is also common.
Even the film majors don't look kindly upon computer science majors.
Yeah, but who's gonna be making the fucking money? Sorry, I said that with a lot of spite.
That's
I've
fair.
been thinking about
it's
this
fair.
a lot.
It's fair. It's really fair. It's really fair.
What it realistically is, who's going to be funding your movies to make with you, and that will be me.
Hey,
Oh,
I have other prospects.
see, when you say that in reference to our friendship, I don't like it. I don't like that at all.
Yeah. I'll marry a rich girl. That's what I'll do. What are you typing?
I'm not having anything.
What are you looking at? What are you looking up? Audio listeners, Max. Okay, he sent me something in the private chat again. No.
But then you keep.
No, I was talking about a hypothetical person.
Oh, sure.
I what?
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, other prospects that was legitimate, but marrying a rich girl, that was hypothetical.
No, that's a good path to success.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw something interesting. I had to take 3 showers to get the black dye out of my hair. That was cool, or the black spray rather. And then the eye makeup didn't come off all night after those 3 showers even. So well, for one thing, I thought I looked like Robert Pattinson's Batman before, but right after the shower, with it like wiped down my face because of the water, I looked exactly like him. And I kind of want to put a picture up, but warning, the reason I'm like mogging really hard, and I hate using that word, that was what somebody else described it as. The reason I'm doing that really hard is because I was trying to match the Robert Pattinson jawline. Okay.
You don't know what that word means.
It's like flexing your attractiveness.
No.
I don't know.
Well,
and I think they meant
it's more
and I think they meant
within
mewing.
direct comparison to another person.
Okay.
When you mog someone, you make them look infantile, and you are like way sexy.
Then I think they meant mewing.
Mewing is exactly what they meant.
Yeah.
If you were.
I was trying to get that Robert Pattinson jawline as a joke.
Yeah. That's
This is what fucking kind of brain rot content did we just fall into?
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, so that was interesting. And so, but what I did, because that black makeup was on my face, I set up I have this like back support pillow thing, right? So I set this up on my floor, kind of like under my desk, and just took my covers off so that I would be forced to sleep on the uncomfy floor. So I would be forced to sleep on my back so I wouldn't spread the eye crap all over my pillows because I don't have makeup remover on hand. And then the next day after waking up.
Why didn't you use alcohol?
Because I'm not 21, Max.
Do you have isopropyl alcohol?
You're
You're a film major. Isopropyl alcohol. All right, cool. That's really good.
I woke up the next day, walked around campus with Batman makeup for a little bit, and then took another shower where I just shoved a soap bar deep into my eye sockets.
You have female friends.
I do, but I didn't feel
80% of them have makeup remover.
They do, but
and you could have asked to take a shower with them.
But the soap bar took care of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah. And then what did we do last night? We went to GJ's place and we played Dirty Laundry.
Oh yeah. Like that
game.
stupid Smosh show, or is it?
It's Dropout. It's Dropout. And DJ's gonna get offended if you call it stupid. But yeah, so we gave confessions.
Sorry, unintelligent. No, it's good. It's a good show. It's just very drama heavy and a little gossipy.
Yeah. Well, that's what.
But
that's
gossipy,
what it was.
it's just a little tiring. It's a little tired, in my opinion.
It was fun though to actually play.
I just realized we are hosting a podcast. Self-awareness kicks in last time.
I don't remember the context of it. Micah,
Is
you're
Micah
on
knowing
camera.
shirtless?
Yeah, Micah's walking shirtless on camera. Sorry. No, don't apologize. I'm just letting you know. No,
That might actually spike our viewership.
Sorry. I don't remember the context, but I think it was my friend Priya who said it. But we were just talking in this group conversation, and it was something along the lines of, I said something that, shut up, you have a podcast. And I was just like, I can't even defend myself. I can't defend myself against that.
You can't. I have tried my best to avoid telling people. By the way, okay, do you remember that awkward social interaction I had with that girl on my dorm floor who I was considering sending?
Yeah. Sending a text.
So sending a text.
Yeah.
A text.
Don't say sending
and
then don't without finishing the sentence.
No. Yeah, it was a text with words. Words in it.
Some electronic mail.
No.
Made up of words.
It was
made
digits.
up of words.
It was
words.
There were characters and they were strings of letters.
And the characters were wearing clothes.
The characters were very respectful. They had Bible width apart.
Were they respectful, Max?
Yeah, I'd say so.
They were trying their best
They
to
were
be
forward,
but they were a little forward.
Anyways,
And this text was not sent.
no. Oh God, no. Anyways, I hung out with this person and her boyfriend, who I knew were gonna start dating, and finally started dating after I predicted it. Since literally week 1 at the school, started dating. So I hung out with those two, and then my other two friends, who I also predicted would start dating, and then started dating this week. They all started dating together, and so I have officially fifth wheeled for hours. But I felt vindicated because I said, the dynamic there, I have a feeling, and guess who was fucking right? It was me. I did learn my lesson about forwardness, but I was right, and I want to be vindicated. Anyways, where was I going with this?
It's a very good question. Where were we? We started with dirty laundry.
Yeah. You're talking about your night.
Oh yeah, no. Well, we played dirty laundry, and since we were at DJ's apartment, which is off campus, we just all slept over the apartment.
Is DJ a sophomore?
No, but DJ has an older sister, so DJ basically gets to live the upperclassman life.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And this is not important. It's funny, and I want to insert it into this video. When we were going to sleep, just like it was me, Reese, and Clabe. Caleb, we call him Clabe. Just watching. We were just watching something in the main room. I was on a mattress on the floor, facing it, right, with just like my pillows propped up so I could face the TV. And Reese decided to just turn on like, Friends because to go to sleep with. As background noise. Season 1 of Friends is funnier than I remember. I ended up watching like the entirety of the first season because I don't sleep.
Oh, you're gross.
What else was I gonna do? I couldn't
watch
sleep.
anything without a laugh track.
I was 7 beers.
Without a laugh track, man.
I was 7 beers in. So
were you?
I had a lot of beer in order to try to get sleepy. I've learned I have a lot higher tolerance than I thought because I didn't.
You should know that's not going to work for you.
I barely felt anything at all.
Coffee makes you sleep, not beer.
Rum makes me sleepy. Rum makes me very, very sleepy with very little amount. So I assume.
How many hours was it over? How many hours of the beers over?
A couple.
Your body will process. Your body moves a little faster, so about 1.5 drinks per hour.
Okay.
So if it were over,
yeah,
a good amount of hours,
okay, fair.
It would not have really.
No, fair.
Effect.
But yeah, no, but sorry, the important part of this story is at one point I was finally past a blanket, right? And I was directly under this fan that was going. So I just like, I like, like curled up in that thing, right? But I was straight. I like straightly positioned. Anyway, all of a sudden Caleb takes a picture of me and goes, Alci, why are you serving Why are you serving Saddam Hussein hiding spot right now?
Oh yeah, I love that meme. I love that meme so much.
And
oh my god.
In the morning, we in the group chat there's
looked it up?
No. There's a video sent from Maurice in which it's my image perfectly edited into this meme. I'll send it to you after. It's so funny and I will insert it now. But yeah,
cool.
I just wanted to insert that into the video because it's actually hilarious. It's so funny to me.
See, now I want to see it.
I'll send it to you.
You built it up so significantly. I'm a little tired. Because in the past 2 days I've walked like 14 miles.
Yeah,
dude, my weekends are too busy, which is weird because they're not actually that busy, but they're pretty busy. Like today, okay, so I got up and I'm finally downstairs by like around 11ish because it was a later morning because I went to bed super late. I find my dad, get breakfast, and we're out and we're on our way by like 12. And then we get back at 5 from the 2 nature reserves. And okay, you're in a different area. Sun goes down at 5:05 or maybe 5:15 DC today, which is miserable. I've decided I hate it, and I'm gonna fight the winter. But so sun's down. It's 5. I edit all my photos. I set up the Instagram thing. I post on Reddit asking for advice and how to do photos better. God, what else do I do? I finish all my homework. I go with my mom to buy an ottoman.
Okay.
Come back, find a new place for dinner, get a new place for dinner, watch an episode of Peacemaker with my dad. Then I watch an episode of Andor with my mom. Fully remove a 15-year-old treadmill.
Okay.
Relay out our entire basement. Come back, shower, shave, podcast, which is just busy, which is really boring. It's all mundane. It's just, I don't know. Because I was talking to my therapist about that, which for both
Max
sides
goes to therapy.
Therapy cringe, but also therapy.
Gross.
Therapy
You
good.
can't fly planes.
Oh, you. Oh my God! I want to talk about this in a second.
We talked about that on the last episode.
We're gonna talk about it again. God, you derailed me. I was saying that with my therapist because I was like, I worry often about being lazy, and because it's hard to motivate myself to do things. But when I do things, I'm relatively good at them, and I enjoy them and make me happy. But actually getting myself off my ass and doing it is really tough for me. And then she was like, "Okay, I feel like you do a lot," and I'm like, "Oh wait, maybe you're right." Okay, the plane thing. So
that's it. Sorry, it sounded like you were building up to something way more than that.
I was. I thought about it, and now I'm more mad about the plane thing. Plane thing. So again, I'm gonna reiterate in case people missed our last episode. Basically, if you have ever gone to talk therapy, if you are on any ADHD meds, any antidepressants, any psycho-altering meds of any kind, positive or negative, or have gone to talk therapy, or currently go to talk therapy, you cannot be a pilot. You are disallowed from being a pilot, which is asinine, it's obscene, and it's fucking foolish. And we looked into it, and the reason is because the FAA is run by, basically, he used to run it, and he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer, and he's relatively pretty conservative, although he was part of the Biden administration.
A little bit, Max. Audio quality.
It's stupid old bullshit, effectively. I realize I'm only peaking. Cool. It's stupid old bullshit, and it's infuriating. And my dad, we were looking at planes. Because we want to think about planes because he's going to retire. Maybe, actually. We don't know yet. There's a chance he might not. But he's looking at planes potentially because he has been a pilot since he was broke 30 years ago and loves flying just like cheap dingy airplanes. And so we were looking at getting one, and I was like, okay, how hard would it be for me to be a co-pilot, so that, I don't know, it'd be if we wanted to fly our family somewhere. I can't ever be a pilot unless they change. Ever. I have a patent. I invent technology. I can drive a car. That's so much harder. It's so much harder. It's not. It kind of is. It's a little bit. But it's like, okay, right now, it is easier to get top secret clearance in the United States government, which I can get, than to get a pilot's license. Top secret clearance is kind of easy, comparatively. That's fucking insane. It's autopilot. It flies itself. They're working on auto landing.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's being developed. There's some planes that kind of have it, and some of them can, like the best ones can kind of do it. It's a little shitty, but come on. We have rockets that can catch themselves in midair. But Elon Musk couldn't get his pilot's license because he took medicine for his Asperger's or his autism spectrum disorder originally.
You're reminding me of the
I
Paul Dano and
Even though he's a fuckhead, he shouldn't get his license, but it's just an example.
You're reminding me of Paul Dano and Little Miss Sunshine. All he wants to
I don't get that reference.
All he wants to do is go into the Air Force, and okay, this is kind of a spoiler, unfortunately, but he's taken a vow of silence.
Spoiler warning.
He's taken a vow of silence because he loves Nietzsche, and he hates his family. So
cool.
I've
seen clips about this.
So throughout the entire movie, he doesn't say a word, but he wants to go into the Air Force right out of high school and everything, and because he wants to fly planes. And then doing like a little test with things because something happened at a hospital and stuff. So they had just like a bunch of little booklets from the hospital. The little sister is doing a little test with him for fun, and then they do the colorblindness test, and then they go, "Dude, I think you're colorblind." And then they look at him, and they're just like, "I don't think they let colorblind people fly planes in the Air Force." And then he just starts like fucking losing it. And he starts slamming and slamming until they finally stop the car, and he runs out and he screams and he just goes, "Fuck!"
Do I have to watch this movie?
It's really good. It's really good.
I do like Paul Dano a lot.
He's really young. It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie all around. It's all character focused, and I really, really love it.
Did you like The Fabelmans?
I appreciated The Fabelmans. I enjoyed The Fabelmans, but I'm not crazy about it.
You enjoyed it, really?
It was fun.
What?
Yeah.
God, it was a chore.
Well, that's how you felt about it.
And my dad, and most people I've talked to about it.
And
my mom.
I like slow movies and movies that are work for most people. I'm a little weird in the fact that stuff doesn't tend to bother me. In fact,
yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, no. What was more of a chore to me was watching the It movies over the weekend, because on Halloween.
Why did you watch those? Horror movies are bad.
I know they're bad, and
did you watch Get Out?
That's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'll do that tonight.
You're not gonna finish Maladaptive?
No.
How much longer does Maladaptive have?
So we were watching the It movies.
No.
They're kids movies. They're kids movies. That's all I have to say. That was my official Letterboxd review.
I need a status update before I let you continue. I need a status update. We are not moving on.
Movie edit. Movie edits.
Give me
edit premiere.
Give me 1%.
I spent a lot of time today on the audio because there was an air conditioner in the room, and with the new Premiere Pro audio tools, it's easy to get past it, but I'm being particular with each clip because there are different little moments and whatnot.
That's really cool. I need 1%. You would guess.
Percent is different from time, because you hear a percent, you might get a certain conceptualization of time, but my schedule varies quite a bit with classes, and I have classwork to do and classwork I'm behind on.
You also forget to do stuff sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. And
you
know what you were just talking about? You know how
he said, I have to find a way to fill the time until then.
Yeah, as in choose between my assignments. And
that's not what you said. You said you watched all of Friends.
Because I didn't have my laptop. Because I was at somebody else's house.
I want 1%.
I refuse.
I will hit the stop recording button right now.
It's different because I keep going back and changing things, you know?
Oh my God, just get a version done and send it to us and then review it with us.
Because then I'm watching.
I will review it with you.
Because then I watch one of the clips again, looking for a different clip, and then I'm like, wait, I like that clip more than that clip.
Doesn't matter. You make one version that you send to me, and you say, okay, I think I want to hear your feedback on this. For context, I was thinking about changing this. What do you think?
Okay, fair.
What is your percent until then?
75.
What's your time until then?
We're moving on. We're moving on. We can talk about this. Isn't good content. This isn't good content. We can talk about this after.
Oh, what happened to us arguing being good content, fuckhead?
But this
Like
this is
Jarhead, but
recursive.
weirder.
Okay. Are you looking up the definition of recursive?
No, I was recursion in coding. I'm trying to remember what it is.
What?
In case I might have to learn how to do it.
Okay. So you're just not talking.
Oh,
into the
I can do recursion. Easy.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a very separated thought. But
Yeah. No, I could.
hey,
Yeah.
I started looking at jobs.
Okay. What kind of jobs?
Coding jobs in the area. A lot of them require some form of top secret clearance. Not a ton of them are entry level, and the ones that are entry level are not great. But there's options. There's a good amount of options. And I was also thinking about looking at like photography stuff. I think I want to do photography and make enough money that I can just pay for Premiere Pro. That's my goal. And maybe a
sick.
nicer lens or two. I have a lot of lenses. Oh, I didn't tell you this. I'm going on a Jewish retreat.
Okay.
Yes, and every time someone asks me about it, I say it's a retreat. It's what we're
You know,
best at.
You're my Jew treat, Max.
See, I want a Jew treat away from that comment, because it's what I'm best at. But yeah, we're going to the Shenandoah. No, we're not. We're going to the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Mm.
The university owns the university ministry department owns a mountain house there with a bunch of cabins to basically host retreats for different religious groups.
Okay.
And so we're going to go there and stargaze and read the Torah in the forest and stuff, and we might summon a covenant or something.
That sounds like Gravity Falls.
Like Halo.
There's a lot of stuff in the woods and Gravity.
I don't think have I hit the kill yourself quota this episode?
You've danced around
I
it.
need to make a sign. What?
I think you've danced around it. Yeah. See,
Yeah,
no,
it's been close.
you would dig Gravity Falls.
I know everyone says that.
Because okay, and it's also for a kids
Wait, have
show.
you seen Slow Horses, by the way?
No, actually, but I've been meaning to because Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman's in Slow Horses?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Why did you want to watch it?
My dad read both the books because he either wants to show or he wants to watch the show or he liked the show, and so now I have to watch it because he loved the books.
Interesting.
And I usually trust his review on media literacy.
And not mine.
You don't read his books.
No, well, not, but on movies and TV.
I also trust yours more than any. Okay, I have watched more things from you than anyone else, except for maybe my dad. You also do. I'm gonna give this to you. You do give me the most recommendations out of anyone.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I do request it the most from you.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you dig Gravity Falls because it's really it has a lot of effed up stuff for a kids show. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I can't imagine that's like a comparable truth.
Well, okay. Here's
I am struggling to get into animated shows.
Okay. Here's a couple of quotes from Gravity Falls. Here, kid, have a head that's always screaming. Ah! 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 And it's a disembodied head that's just always screaming. Here, kid, have some deer teeth, and then it pans to a deer in the and then realistically, its teeth are just ripped out and just float into his hand. You gotta understand that's scary as hell.
Can you hear the sound of me blinking?
For a child, I'm talking. This is made for children.
Bro, did you watch Steven Universe? Steven Universe.
Sorry, I was
is the
gonna
new
say
age.
I was gonna say something about Steven Universe, but everybody who what are you about to like? Why Steven Universe? Why of all the shows?
Because I saw a small amount of that when it first came out.
I
It's
saw a
kind of
small
like
amount.
the newer version of it of Gravity Falls.
No, it isn't. They are very similar eras.
Are they?
Yes.
Uh,
And they are not the
I
same.
don't know. I don't
they are
like.
not the same
I
thing
liked,
whatsoever.
I liked Avatar.
Yeah, everybody liked
Remind me,
Avatar.
you've seen Avatar.
Yeah, everybody liked Avatar. Well, I saw it growing up. I haven't rewatched it, but I want to.
Oh, it's still great.
Yeah. And then I love those '90s and early 2000s superhero cartoons. Which calling them cartoons is limiting, because they were incredibly
It
artful.
is. It's not even reductive. It's what it is.
Batman the animated series it took inspiration from noir and Art Deco and created their own art form that they labeled Dark Deco, in which they drew everything on black paper.
Cool.
I'm just saying it's artful as shit.
I'm not saying it's not. I think cartoons are defined by what is a common example of a cartoon, arguably. And
but I just mean, like, if you say
like,
cartoon,
it is a self-fulfilling definition.
If you say cartoon if you
fucking inherent
it's just like you describe certain things as cartoons, it paints a certain image, and it's just not accurate. You know what I mean?
Not an image to me. No.
I'm talking to our listeners right now. Okay, Max, it's not always about you.
Okay, 25% of our listeners is me. That's not true. On the new episode, it is.
Yeah, more like, but in general, more like 15%. Yeah.
Hopefully.
No.
Has a spot? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone's listening on Spotify.
I listened to the first episode all the way through on Spotify.
Yeah, but other than I mean, anyone not us or your dad.
I think my dad watched it on YouTube.
You told me another time he listened on Spotify, but I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. Does your family said they were going to listen, but
my brother has finally been watching. Yeah.
Ah.
He just watched episode 2.
What do you think?
He enjoys it, he says. I haven't talked to him about it.
How often do you talk to your family?
A little less in the past couple weeks. Normally fairly often. Huh?
I realize I need to give this back to my dad.
Describe what that is for audio listeners.
For audio listeners, this is a Leatherman multi-tool.
Yeah.
I have the plier attachment out, and I have the knife attachment out. Because I want to carve stuff, but I probably shouldn't, but I want to.
Yeah.
Because I have the fun little neurodivergent energy in my head to try to cut open this water can.
Do it.
Because my room is disgusting.
Do it.
To be clear, I want to make this very clear. My room is not dirty. It is messy.
It smells dirty.
Used to.
Really?
It smells fine now.
It doesn't smell like sweat and dirt anymore?
No, I have an industrial air purifier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's cleaner. It's cleaner, but I also have an industrial air purifier.
Yeah.
Which helps.
No, 'cause
my dorm, it's not the same.
Because one time, this summer I had to stay at Max's place to watch his dogs, and I'm not going to go into huge details about that. He offers me beforehand, well, so you could sleep here, you could sleep here. You could also sleep in my room if you want. Please. Please.
We would have covered any cost for a chemical shower that would have been necessary to fix any inherent damages. Limb replacement stuff. You instead chose to stay in the room with black mold and whatnot. But
yeah, that was cleaner.
Hey.
No, very often I would sleep on the couch.
Wait, what? Where?
Yeah, in your little living room.
Which one?
The
red couch, gold couch. Which floor?
The first floor, the one right on the left as you walk in the front door.
Front door.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Gold room.
Yeah. That's right. Max has a gold room.
It just has bronze, copper tile on the ceiling, and all the furniture was made to look like gold originally.
You still sound rich.
I can't fix that. All right. Can't fix that. I sound rich, but I'm not.
And this is the gold room. It's not real gold, but
God.
it all looks like gold.
Oh my God. Your house has more stories than mine. I think
we have equal stories.
No. Because your lower basement, middle basement, middle,
Oh,
upper,
yeah.
attic.
No, because we live on we live on a hill, so it's kind of split.
Oh, sure, Mr. Rich Man. We live on a hill.
I definitely have a comfortable lifestyle, and I'm not gonna try to hide that. But
God damn you.
but Max is a little more comfortable.
That's
what's important.
No,
and that's what's
no.
important.
In terms of finances, potentially.
Yeah.
In terms of actual day-to-day experience and things I've lived through, arguable.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not going to say that I don't have a great family life or anything.
No, we both have great family lives.
Yeah, no, I'm like,
But-
yeah, no, like, I mean, like, then I don't know what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
we've both lived through our fair share of like really bad family medical experiences.
Yeah, no, but it's, yeah, so, yeah.
Which
but,
you were a part of one of them.
Oh, yeah, no,
that was a really minor one. You got lucky. That was a really minor one.
I like, and, you know, being back in the car with your mom, like, you know, speeding a little bit, and she's like, I hope you understand why I'm speeding. I'm like, I understand. I'm like, I was like,
yeah. You didn't tell your mom that I'm sure it's fine.
yeah, no, I told my parents.
No, that my mom was speeding.
No, I think I probably did.
Oh, okay, cool.
They
I think they would have
understand.
understood.
Yeah. It was a stressful situation.
Honestly, that was okay. For context, audio listeners, in 1 week, I got broken up with. The immediate following night, my dad had to be rushed to the hospital.
Yep.
At 5 a.m. Because he had collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks prior, my dog was put down of 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
That same week, my brother went to the ER as well and had to be ambulanced as well.
And that's where that's the one I was a part of.
And we just spent the whole week filming when we could.
Yeah.
It was not my easiest week.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, and Alci kept hanging out and with my ex-girlfriend.
You invited me. You
With my ex-girlfriend, without me.
No, what?
No, that didn't happen.
Yeah,
that's why I'm really annoyed at the way that you just
No.
along with that.
No, because I thought you were talking about the time when you were boyfriend and girlfriend and you invited me over.
No, of course, because of course.
Because of course I am the mutual friend in that situation, but still, of course, I felt like a third wheel.
I met
Are you
through
kidding me?
you, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I still felt like a third wheel, but you know, I'm never gonna turn down some steak from Maxi Boy.
That was good.
It was good steak. That was really good steak.
That was some of my best. That is literally like highest quality steak you can get. And then cookies.
Your cookies are always good.
My cookies, yeah.
Yeah. And then there was a whole lot of thrashing in the pool while your girlfriend sat on the sideline. Do you not remember when we were playing like basketball in the pool, like 1v1v1?
She didn't sit on the sideline.
No, you know what I mean. There was a lot of I was trying to make it sound like it was between you and your girlfriend, but it was between you and me, and that was the punchline of the joke. Maybe it wasn't delivered very good.
Yeah, and then
Very
I lost.
Very well. It wasn't
What you
delivered
could
very
talk
well.
about? What did I wait?
No.
you
Well, I
know-
just mean,
okay.
do you not remember when I had the ball and you just like grabbed the ball and just like
Yeah, I did
and
that,
just
yeah,
tried to
that's
drown me over and over again?
right. Oh yeah, I did do that. I was doing the thing from the video where the priest is doing that to the baby.
Oh yeah,
saying,
where's the money, Lebowski? Yeah.
No, I thought you were talking about. Okay, so you know when we went in the sauna, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you really?
There was a period beforehand
Oh.
that you were unaware where you were like getting something. You were in the bathroom and we were making out in the sauna.
Oh,
before you
okay.
went-
I thought you were gonna say
Yeah.
someone else.
And then you farted in the sauna.
Yeah, that's what I
which
thought you
is
were gonna say.
chemical warfare. You fucking terrorist. God. Hear that, Reese? Hear that, DJ? Hear that, Owen?
Look at you shaming natural bodily functions.
Yeah, absolutely. I am a computer science major. If we have to control it, so
You
do
want
you.
to talk about let's talk about the state of your bedroom. If we're talking about hygiene, if we're talking about bodily functions,
My
how does
health
it
is
smell
perfect.
that way? How?
At the time? Because I would not throw away old food.
And also, so many dirty clothes. There was not a free
No,
space
most of
on
those
your
clothes were,
floor.
like medium dirty.
Okay, if they're on the floor, And they smell the way they do.
No, a lot of that was not from the clothes.
Some of it
from the
was.
food.
And
Some of it was.
And then the shoes as well.
Shoes were a problem.
Yeah.
I found out why. I just different socks. It's fine.
We have
It's
such.
also tennis. Tennis is a killer. Tennis in 95-degree heat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Varsity tennis. Goddamn, trying to kill me.
Yeah.
I need to play more tennis. I can't. I just I don't have an ability to play it anymore effectively unless I book a court ahead of time and find someone to hit with, and I have to book them like 3 days ahead of time.
I get that. Yeah.
Do you play? Did you bring rackets?
I do. Well, my granddad gave me a racket because my rackets back home are not fit for my size because I hadn't played in quite a bit.
I can give you a racket.
Huh?
I can give you a racket.
Why? What?
I can give you a racket.
Well, my granddad gave me one. We showed this on like episode 0. I feel like you took a look at it and you were like, "That's a good racket."
Can you remind me? Can you show me that again?
Fill the dead air.
He found it worth leaning back over to say that. Yep. Babble App, Pure Strike. Good racket. Okay. Interesting. Your granddad plays the Pure Strike. Your granddad's jacked. Must be.
Well, he's actually very slender. Very similar body type to me. He eats way more than me.
Wait. Oh wait. Did I meet these grandparents? No, I met your other grandparents.
You met both grandparents if you were at the graduation party.
I did.
Yeah.
I did meet
that was a crazy ass crossover event. My Louisiana grandparents meeting my Puerto Rico grandparents. I do not have a memory, like a living memory of that ever happening in my entire lifetime.
Really?
And it happened there. It was crazy.
Interesting. That's very different than me.
Your grandparents coincide?
Well, I don't know my granddad on my what?
I didn't say the right word.
I don't know my granddad on my dad's side because he's a c***. Sorry, Alci.
The one word I have to bleep. Also, the way that you said that like 15 minutes into the first episode, I was like, whoa, we're starting strong here, Max. I was like...
yeah, no, but it was really funny. Anyways, yeah, he was a bad person, so I never met him. I think he's still alive. I don't know. I don't care. And then my grandfather on my mom's side passed away a few years ago. And so my grandmothers are in contact, and they actually talk to each other pretty frequently.
All right, that's awesome.
And it's really interesting because one of them is like is interesting, and the other one is extraordinarily kind, and it's a different dynamic, and it's really funny to watch them interact.
Which one did I meet? Because I met one of them.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah. Before
describe them. Oh, it was Bonnie. It definitely was Bonnie. Grandma
Yeah.
Bonnie on my mom's side or my dad's side.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah. No, I just remember her.
They're both small. But...
I just remember her cursing out of nowhere, and I'm like, that's something neither of my grandmothers would do.
Oh, both of them curse.
Yeah.
One of them said if I kept eating like the way that I was going to be on my 600-pound life. So there's that. But I don't think she listens.
See, I got you don't eat enough. You're so thin. Have some more, grandparents.
Well, it's different. You're a waif.
Yep.
Do you know what that is?
I can intuit, but...
The definition's actually really funny, but really sad.
Okay. Pull that up, Jamie. For the record, if people got that reference, I don't watch Joe Rogan.
A homeless, neglected, or abandoned person, especially a child. And the second definition is a young person who is thin and looks unhealthy or uncared for.
I'm definitely uncared
It's
for.
really sad.
At college?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
You're the most your grandparent. You work out with your granddad, you asshole. I can't comment that much because I'm at my house.
Yeah. With your
I go back every weekend.
And your
that's about time,
your
folks.
Incredible steaks.
That's about time, folks.
And your cookies, your delicious homemade.
That's about
cookies
time,
that you make
folks.
from scratch.
That's our 90.
Is it really?
Oh, God damn it! Yeah, actually, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been fun. It's been a good time. we caught up this week, and that's what we do. And so help me, Max, if your audio isn't good, I will.
Part of me heavily desires that yours is bad.
Okay, well, either way, if something goes wrong, I will crack my head open on this table.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Check out the Patreon if he does that. I'll post the photo of it.
Check out the Patreon because the original episode 3 is on there, as well as a couple of other things.
Episode 0.
And if we keep in schedule, then there should be something coming out the day after this comes out on Sunday. So
yes.
So we'll figure out what that is soon enough. But keep that in mind, listeners. If you decide to join the Patreon, I know you really want to. I know you're itching to. There's extra content on there, and I know you really want to see it.
Okay. Okay. For Adobe Creative Cloud,
Okay.
that's $60 a month.
Okay.
For us, it's $1. Hear that, audio listeners? And video listeners, please.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, in other words, my film friends, if you can afford Adobe, you can afford the Patreon.
You can afford to give me money.
Yes. Because I will buy you food in return. Anyway. All right. That's about all. That's about everything.
Bye.
Have a great,
Bye.
great time. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.
Goodbye.